Hey fam, big thanks for the love and support. Just keeping it real. While I work hard to bring solid NHL predictions, remember, the game's unpredictable. My picks are here to guide you, but always trust your gut and do your own research. It's your money and your call. Keep the vibe positive, enjoy the game, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and donate if you can. All right, let's dive into today's NHL predictions. Today we have predictions for 4 NHL games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Pittsburgh Penguins and Carolina Hurricanes. In a highly anticipated Metro Division showdown, the Carolina Hurricanes are set to host the Pittsburgh Penguins this Thursday at PNC Arena. Carolina arrives with a stellar 9-2-0 record, leading the division with 18 points and riding a red-hot 7-game win streak. Their home record stands strong at 4-1, making them formidable opponents on familiar ice. Meanwhile, the Penguins have struggled to find consistency this season, sitting in 7th place in the division with 12 points over 14 games. Though Pittsburgh has a history of late-season surges, it remains to be seen if they can rise to the level Carolina has been showcasing. Last season's clashes between these two teams were intense, with each side claiming 2 wins. The Hurricanes took the initial 2 matchups, 4-2 and 3-2 in overtime, while the Penguins rallied to capture the final 2, 2-1 in a shootout and 4-1. Carolina already triumphed over Pittsburgh this season with a decisive 4-1 victory, where Martin Necas shone, scoring 1 goal and assisting another. Necas continues to make a significant impact, recently sealing a thrilling game winner against the Flyers with just 31 seconds left, propelling Carolina to their 7th consecutive win. The Penguins are grappling with a tough stretch, currently holding a 5-7-2 record with only 2 wins in their last 9 games. Their recent face-off against the New York Islanders highlighted some of their struggles. After building a 3-1 lead in the 3rd period, they allowed a comeback and ultimately fell in a shootout. In contrast, the Hurricanes have maintained their intensity, consistently outpacing opponents and controlling the pace. Carolina's success is built on a well-rounded approach, boasting a high-powered offense that ranks 4th in the NHL with an average of 4.09 goals per game. Their defense is equally impressive, ranking 3rd in the league, allowing just 2.46 goals per game. Pittsburgh, however, has faced challenges putting pucks in the net, ranking 19th in scoring with a modest 2.93 goals per game. While their power play and penalty kill are respectable, their defense has been vulnerable, allowing 3.71 goals per game, a concerning stat against Carolina's explosive attack. Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin continue to drive Pittsburgh's offense. Crosby has recorded 6 goals and 9 assists, while Malkin leads in points with 4 goals and 12 assists, particularly excelling on the power play. Rickard Rakell adds depth with 6 goals and 5 assists, while Erik Karlsson and Chris Letang bolster the blue line with solid contributions. Pittsburgh's goaltending duties likely fall to Alex Nedeljkovic, who has posted a 2-2-2 record with a 2.76 goals against average and a .900 save percentage. He'll need to be at his best to contend with Carolina's relentless offense. The Hurricanes play with a relentless tempo, wearing down opponents with high energy throughout all 3 periods. This approach has been their edge in the Eastern Conference, though it's demanding over the season. Pittsburgh, meanwhile, leans on the savvy and experience of players like Crosby and Malkin, with coach Mike Sullivan working to improve consistency. Currently, the Penguins are within striking distance of playoff contention, but maintaining stability remains a challenge. Taking all factors into account, I believe the Hurricanes are set to extend their win streak. With an edge both offensively and defensively, and a home crowd on their side, Carolina looks poised to control the game. Given Pittsburgh's away struggles and scoring challenges, I expect the Hurricanes to cover the spread at -1.5 and keep their momentum rolling. The second prediction for today is for a game between the New York Islanders and Ottawa Senators. The New York Islanders and Ottawa Senators face off with both teams In the crease, Ilya Sorokin has been solid, posting a 2.35 GA with a 4.31 record, while backup Semyon Varlamov, 3.21 GA, has shown inconsistency. If Varlamov faces Ottawa's high-powered offense, it could spell trouble for New York. Key contributors like Kyle Palmieri, who leads the team with 11 points and 6 goals, and Bo Horvat with 9 points, will need to step up significantly. With Matthew Barzal sidelined, the Islanders' offensive depth is even thinner, putting additional pressure on Palmieri and Horvat to carry the load. Despite their recent win, the Islanders' season has been a mixed bag, and without Barzal, their scoring issues are hard to ignore. While Ottawa's defense has gaps, their potent offense at home is a major advantage. Stützle and Tkachuk, Ottawa's top scorers, look ready to make an impact, and their home ice confidence should keep the Islanders on the defensive. Given Ottawa's home strength and New York's inconsistency, the Senators have the upper hand in this contest. I expect Ottawa to regroup and put on a strong showing on their home ice, with their offensive firepower leading the way. Back the Senators on the money line, they're likely to skate off with a victory. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Colorado Avalanche and Winnipeg Jets. The Colorado Avalanche head to Winnipeg for a tough matchup against the Jets at Canada Life Centre. Currently at 6-7-0, Colorado snapped a 3-game losing streak with a 6-3 win over Seattle, sealed by Mikko Rantanen's late empty netter. But they'll face a tall order to stop the Jets, who are flying high at 12-1-0, riding a 4-game winning streak and recently shut out the Utah Hockey Club 3-0. Offensively, the Avalanche have shown some sparks. They're ranked 11th in scoring and have an impressive 34.1% success rate on the power play, second best in the NHL. Nathan MacKinnon leads the charge with 6 goals and 19 assists, contributing heavily on special teams. Flanked by Arturi Lehkonen and Mikko Rantanen, who have also brought firepower, Rantanen has contributed 6 goals and 11 assists so far, making him a potent threat, especially on the power play. However, Colorado's defense has been shaky. They sit at the bottom of the league in save percentage, .834, and goals allowed, even though they're among the best at limiting shots on goal, allowing just 25.58 per game. Justice Anunen, expected to start in net, has had inconsistent performances, posting a 5.20 record with a 2.64 GA. But with 3 or more goals allowed in his last 3 games and a sub-.880 save percentage, he'll need to bring his best against a high-powered Jets offense. Winnipeg, on the other hand, has been dominant. Backed by standout goaltender Connor Hellebuyck, who holds a 9-1 record, a 2.10 GA, and a .923 save percentage, the Jets lead the league in wins. Hellebuyck's confident play has given the Jets room to push offensively, knowing he can hold down the fort. Offensively, Winnipeg's top line of Mark Schifiel, Kyle Connor, and Gabriel Vilardi has been electric, combining for major contributions. Schifiel has 7 goals and 10 assists, with Connor adding 9 goals and 10 assists, including 4 power play goals. Vilardi has chipped in with 5 goals and 6 assists, adding depth to their attack. Winnipeg's second line, featuring Nikolai Ehlers and Cole Perfetti, has also been productive, providing consistent scoring across shifts. The Jets' blue line has been crucial as well. Neil Pionk and Josh Morrissey have contributed a combined 3 goals and 24 assists, adding offensive versatility. The only area where Winnipeg might need improvement is their penalty kill, ranked 21st at 76%. But with Hellebuyck in net, their defensive gaps have been manageable. For Colorado, this game poses a challenge, especially with star defenseman Cale Makar sidelined due to injury. Makar's absence not only leaves a gap in their power play, but also in their puck movement from the back end. Samuel Girard and Casey Middlestat will need to step up, but they'll be tested by a deep and cohesive Jets squad. With Hellebuyck anchoring the defense and Winnipeg's well-rounded roster, the Jets come in as strong favorites. Despite Colorado's offensive punch, their defensive struggles, especially without Makar, make it tough to envision them keeping pace. Look for the Jets to take advantage of the Avalanche's lapses, extending their winning streak to 5 and keeping their early season momentum rolling. Before we move on, I have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing might seem like a small action, but it actually makes a big impact for us. Plus, it's completely free for you. Have you clicked that subscribe button? Awesome, thank you so much for your support. Now let's dive back into the video. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the Vancouver Canucks and Los Angeles Kings. Tonight's Pacific Division matchup between the LA Kings and Vancouver Canucks promises an intense showdown as both teams enter on 2-game winning streaks, eager to keep their momentum alive. This first clash of the season between these divisional rivals is set to unfold at Crypto.com Arena, where both teams look to assert their standing early in the campaign. Vancouver arrives in Los Angeles riding high after two solid defensive outings, a welcome turnaround following a rough patch where they surrendered 10 goals in consecutive losses. Their recent 5-1 victory over the Ducks saw the Canucks lock down after conceding an early goal, responding with 5 unanswered scores to secure the win. Contributions came from all over the lineup, with Brock Boeser, Danton Heinen, and Kiefer Sherwood each logging a goal and an assist. Between the pipes, Kevin Lankinen has been a standout, boasting a 6.02 record and an impressive 2.09 goals against average, ranking him among the top goaltenders this season. However, if backup Arturs Silovs gets the start, Vancouver may need a strong offensive push, as Silovs has been less stable with a 5.00 GA. The Canucks have averaged 3.18 goals per game while allowing an even 3.00, though they have yet to match the recent defensive fortitude of LA captain Quinn Hughes has been a critical playmaker with 12 points, 2 goals, 10 assists, delivering 5 assists in his last 4 outings. Meanwhile, Boeser leads the scoring front with 6 goals, including 2 in the last 5 games. Historically, though, the Kings have posed a challenge for Vancouver, who lost 3 of their 4 encounters last season, surrendering 14 goals across those games. Still, Vancouver has been a force on the road this season, boasting a 5-1-0 record away from home, aiming to play spoiler in LA. On the Kings side, their defense has been sharp, conceding only 1 goal in their past 2 games. Their most recent game, a 5-1 victory over Minnesota, saw them rally back after allowing an early goal. Trevor Lewis contributed with 2 goals, while Alex Laferriere and Trevor Moore each tallied 2 assists, showcasing the team's depth. David Rittich stopped 23 of 24 shots in that game, though it's expected that Darcy Kemper, who holds a 4.03 record with a 2.67 GA, will take the net tonight, fresh off a shutout in his previous start. The Kings' offense has been on a roll, averaging 3.36 goals per game and allowing just 2.86. Veteran Ans Kopitar, who recently reached the 800 assist milestone, leads the squad with 15 points, 5 goals, 10 assists, and has been hot lately with 6 points over his last 4 games. Laferriere, with a team-leading 8 goals, has tallied 4 in his past 5 games, adding to the Kings' dominance on home ice with a 3-0-1 record. Fans at Crypto.com Arena will be eager to see if LA can extend their unbeaten streak at home. The Kings dominated the Canucks last season, taking 3 out of 4 matchups, with standout performances from Adrian Kemp, who had 2 goals in their final meeting. Determined to push deeper into the playoffs this year, the Kings are riding a 4-game stretch without a regulation loss, displaying a sense of urgency under head coach Jim Hiller. For Vancouver, consistency is key. While they've flashed brilliance, like their recent blowout against Anaheim, they've also stumbled, as seen in their 6-0 defeat to New Jersey. With top goalie Thatcher Demko sidelined by injury, there's still a bit of unpredictability surrounding this Canucks squad, which Rick Tocchet will need to address if they hope to snag a win in LA. With both teams in solid form, this matchup could swing either way. The Canucks have proven resilient on the road, while the Kings have defended their turf with authority. Although the odds lean toward a close game, I'm giving a slight edge to the Kings, largely due to their defensive consistency and recent head-to-head dominance. With 5 wins in their last 6 meetings with Vancouver, LA seems poised to capitalize on home ice. I'm backing the Kings on the money line tonight. Their balanced play and defensive depth should prove the difference, keeping their win streak intact and positioning them strongly in the Pacific Division race.